Hello, me hotties. A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue. The time is exactly 9 o'clock on a Saturday evening. Saturday, the 12th of August, the glorious 12th. Has everybody been grouse shooting today? Do tell us what you think about that. That's one of our subjects we're discussing tonight. Is that a thing of the past, or do we need to keep on with the grouse shooting? So there you are. So you can tell me all about that. Two subjects for discussion tonight. Tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. There's Ryan and Jamie have just joined us. How fantastic is that? You're watching Scottie McClue. Jamie says, good evening, Scottie. Absolutely, Jamie. Can we all get sharing the live? DINKY-DOO from Daft Chips. Anybody doing the Swanee today? I can promise you there'll be a few down the Swanee already. So there you have it. Absolutely. Susan says, good evening, Scottie. Good evening, Susan. How lovely to have you with us. Can you hear me and see me, Susan? Would you mind typing yes or no? There we are. Fantastic stuff. But people are usually down the Swanee pretty sharp on a Saturday night because the wee dafties like to try it on with the big man. Fantastic. How's your day been, Scottie? An outstanding day today, Jamie. So there we are. I bought a set of scales, but I had to take them back because they're a fault. Although I should really be very appreciative of them because they registered me at 7 stone. And I think I'm probably just over that. So there we are. Yes, you can hear us and see us, Susan. Wonders shall never cease, I say to you. What a wonderful pic behind you. That's Lord Reith, the Labrador. Can you see him? The most glorious animal. Fantastic stuff. And that's me just holding his hood on graduation day. Lovely to have you with us. Hello, Scottie, big man. All right. I hope you're well. You're at it with the accent. No, this is not an accent, Riders. This is the way I've spoken since I was about 2. So that's the way I talk, you see. Hello, Scottie, how are you? People do. They go, oh, nobody speaks like that. But that's because they don't speak like that. There's the telephone's ringing. You're live with Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
DINKY-DOO.
DINKY-DOO. Who have we got? Tom.
You've got Tom, Scottie.
Tom, is that not lovely? There's David saying, hello, Scottie, from the Costa del Sol in Paisley. Is that not quite fantastic? David Anderson, DINKY-DOO. Now, how are we doing, Tom, from Belfast?
I'm doing all right, Scottie, and yourself?
Yes. Now, Tom, is my Belfast accent any good?
Well, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say I was actually in a pub in Belfast, and I asked if they served shorts, and they said we serve all the big companies here.
Yeah, I heard you said that one before.
Is that any good?
You're doing all right.
I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I've a lot to learn, Tom, but it's lovely to have you with us. How's things this week?
You'll pick it up, Scottie.
I will actually. I think I'll come over there. I think I would enjoy it, you know. I think I would enjoy the better weather and the lack of prejudice.
You would surely, Scottie. But anyway, what sort of scram did you have tonight?
Oh, beautiful strand tonight, actually. I had the beef burgers. Proper beef burgers. Yes, the Angus beef burgers. And a couple of eggs. Very nice.
Out of the local butchers, or?
Yes, oh yes, definitely, always. Yes, absolutely. We try to shop small if we can.
Yeah.
There's Matt saying hello to you. Matt says, hello, my good Irish man.
On the TikTok or the YouTube, Scottie?
On the TikTok. And there's Corey saying you've had too many beef burgers. How can you have too many beef burgers, Corey? Sober up, son.
And never did anybody you harm, does it?
Well, I don't think so. It hasn't done me any harm so far, you know. And that's
beef burger, you can't beat it, Scottie.
And that's me at 82, you know.
I was going to say, a nice sirloin steak I had myself.
Oh, very nice.
The local butchers from mine, you get 3 fast fry sirloins for £6.
Oh, listen, you've knocked it off there, Tom. Trust me.
Pardon?
You've knocked it off there. Trust me.
It's good value, isn't it?
You're on a winner there. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's a great butcher's. Great butcher's. The Orangemen were out today, Scotty.
The Orangemen were out today, 12th of August.
They were. Well, I was up seeing my grandmother and I heard them in the distance.
How very strange. Yep. There's Daniel, who says he's the Grand Wizard.
Yeah.
Isn't that wonderful?
They were out today, and I was in the Belfast city centre today, Scotty. Were you ever in the city centre of Belfast?
No. You see, I didn't actually get to the city centre, and I must come over. What I think I'll do, Tom, is maybe it's about 80 miles to Stranraer. And I think maybe I'll just travel down and come over and just do a weekend in Belfast.
I remember when I went to Scotland most recently. I went to a dock. I got on at Belfast docks and took the cruise. And I brought me over to a place. Was it Cairnryan?
Cairnryan, yes, absolutely. That's where you would land. That's near Stranraer.
Yeah, and then we took the bus over through Ayr, and then we went to Edinburgh, and then spent a while in Edinburgh, and then went into Glasgow.
Isn't that lovely? Oh, listen, Tom, you're on a winner there. I can't tell you. I would like to see the Titanic experience.
Yeah, it's good. I've seen it before myself. You know, they have a remodel of the Titanic down there. It's only a wee small one, obviously, but you know, it'd be interesting if you haven't been there before. You know?
Yes. Well, you see, I find all things interesting, Tom.
That part of Belfast is nice. You know, you get the train over to a train station called Titanic Quarter.
All right, so it's actually got its own station.
Yeah, but it's not a station. It's only a wee stop. You know, the train service over here is quite good. You know. You've got a train station called Belfast Lanyon Place.
Right.
Used to be called Belfast Central.
Aha.
And that is the hub for the Enterprise, the cross-border train.
Wow.
So, and then you have another station which you probably know yourself. Well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Great Victoria Street.
Aha.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yes, I have heard of Great Victoria Street, although I haven't seen it yet.
And that's the base of operations for all the trains in the north.
Wonderful. Right. I'm going to come and see all this, Tom. This is wonderful.
They're talking about doing a new line that goes from a town called Portadown.
Portadown. I've heard of Portadown, yep.
To Derry. Portadown to Derry.
So that will be by the sea, and you would get right down to Derry from there.
Yeah, and it's going to go through Tyrone in a town called Omagh.
Yes, Omagh. Yes, absolutely. Yes, who had some serious problems in their day, but that's wonderful. Yes, the Omagh bombing. Yes,
there was an old line that closed in 2003, 20 years ago now, Scotty. It ran from a town called Lisburn.
Lisburn. I've heard of Lisburn as well. Yeah.
Crumlin.
Yes, Crumlin. Crumlin as the Crumlin Road.
That line has been abandoned for the past 20 years, Scotty. But the old tracks are still there. So what they're going to do now is they're going to redirect the line, still bring it through Crumlin, but they'll bring it to Belfast International Airport.
Wow. To George Best.
And then they'll have another one to George Best. So if you ever come over in the near future, it'll probably take them a right while to do it. But it'll be handy for people getting the train from George Best to Belfast, you know.
Tom, can I
George
give
Best
you...
already has a train line.
It's got a train line there from the centre of the city.
Yeah. What are you going to say, Scott?
I was just going to tell you a snippet of interesting information. I used to share an agent with George Best.
You used to share an agent?
Yes, my agent was George Best's agent. How about that?
What is agent? An agent? I'm not really too aware of that.
Oh, an agent. Well, somebody that actually has got the ear to the ground and knows where the broadcasting and the personal appearance work is.
Yes.
Yes,
sure. I know what an agent is, sure.
There you are.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
So there you are. Tom, lovely to hear you. Go on, sir.
Yeah, sure. George Best is that's something right enough. And was he talking to you about him?
Oh, yes, absolutely. You'll hear it. If you go on to YouTube and put into YouTube, Scottie McClue talks to Bill McMurdo.
Bill McMurdo.
Bill McMurdo. Yes, you pop that in. And
I will do, and I'll have a good watch.
You'll have a great time listening to that. It's a radio interview, so it's audio, but it'll give you all the background. The time the Beatles were around, George was at his height, everything.
Yeah, I'll definitely watch it, Scotty.
Fantastic. Tom, lovely to hear you, and I'll say to you, dinky-doo, sir.
Dinky-doo, Scotty. Dinky-doo.
Dinky-doo, bless you. What a fine fellow. That's our Tom in Belfast there. Isn't that beautiful? Now, I need to get down with some of the messages before we go to our next calls here. This is just incredible. What have we got? Hello from the Costa, so we've done that one. Romeo says hello. Wonderful, Romeo. Yes, indeed. Thanks a lot. We're a wee bit tired, says Kareem. Hi, Scotty, John and David. Hi, Susan. Wonderful stuff. Well done, Scotty. F document, you're cool. Hi, Professor Nupteed. Professor Nupteed. Well, hello, Scotty. I've been expecting you. Do you think Professor Nupteed might be the next Bond villain? You're live in Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
DINKY-DOO, Scotty. It's Kareem. How are we doing?
Hello, Kareem. How are we getting on, sir? Lovely to have you with us. And apparently you can see me and hear me tonight.
Sorry, say that again?
You can see me and hear me tonight, apparently.
Absolutely. I've got you on the big screen just now.
There's a first time for everything, isn't there?
Scott, no, it's good to have you back on, Scotty.
Now then, what's happening with you?
Nothing much, to be fair, Scotty, at the moment. I think work starts back next week, so I think everybody will be busy again.
Everybody's back next week. Yes, absolutely. Wonderful.
You know, so, and that's about it. I've took a wee, I think for some of the people that listen to us speak weekly, I've took a wee kind of break at the moment from some politics.
Good, Kareem. No. Listen, I think we're all needing a break, to be honest, because I think things were getting a bit tense. Yeah. And it would be nice to just do something on the lighter hearted side. But I don't know if you've seen it. I did a video last night about swearing on the internet. And one of the things that I don't like, you'll get stuff coming up. I won't mention the platforms, but on various platforms on the internet. And some of these videos are really class acts. They're very good, but they decide to swear in it. So they say, you people are needing to, and they start effing and jeffing. And I just immediately blocked and banned that person because I think I don't want somebody effing and jeffing in my home. Yeah. And I'm not being a prude. I'm not, I mean, I can catch up with the best of them and all the rest of it. But when I'm watching a video about a serious subject, I don't need to be told how so-and-so stupid I am for not doing this or that.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think it's a bit pressing, isn't it? Like when you're watching a video that's giving out information, or if it's really, really funny, the last thing you want is F in here and F in that, because I think it takes away part of the content.
Totally devalues the whole video. They might as well not pop up at all.
Mm-hmm.
And it means they'll never pop up in front of me again, you know?
I tell you who is good at that kind of thing. I think sometimes he does it too much, but other times I think he can get it just right. And it's the legendary Billy Connolly.
Oh, Billy Connolly. Well, that's a different thing because that's a genre of language. And Billy did it when no one else was doing it. But now people who don't have Billy's talent, which is virtually everyone, thinks that they'll maybe be a comedian and start effing and jeffing because they think it's funny. It's actually not funny. Billy made an art form out of using that language because, as I say, he was the first to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
So I think, but obviously, being a Scotsman and that, the rough voice and the swear words from time to time, and people... You know, he was selling something, but when you see, I think just now, Scotty, if you look at comedy, I mean, really, comedy's not what it used to be. You can put on like Only Fools and Horses, or you know, you can watch that forever. It will always be funny,
very funny, and Billy will always be very funny. And his original stuff, I've got it on video, and it's very, very funny. And the reason it's so funny, as I say, is because he's an original and he's observational. So he looks at a scenario and he thinks that's funny. And even if it wasn't funny, he makes it funny. You know, just by telling the story. He used to appear regularly on Michael Parkinson, and everybody went home to see Billy. Well, everyone went home to see Michael Parkinson anyway. And he, you know, he used to interview all the big stars, things like Fred Astaire and David Niven and things like that. You know? Wonderful.
You don't, as I said, you don't get comedy what it used to be, or it's kind of different now. But like when you think of like I don't know, even more modern ones from 10 years ago, like Absolutely Fabulous, that had its moments with Joanna Lumley,
brilliant.
And then Hale and Pace. You had Spitting Image at times as well.
And really again, funny. They're very talented people in their own right. You know, I mean, you mentioned the wonderful Joanna Lumley there. She's an outstanding actress. She's she's a comedian. She's a consummate professional. And that's the difference from somebody saying, I think I'll stand up and F and Jeff and maybe become famous. You know?
I think the only modern comedies that I would like, that I would say was any good just now, would be Still Game. And people spoke about that. I think just the quality. If you think before that, you had Rab C. Nesbitt. They were really good.
Very funny.
You know, there was many comedies that I just feel nowadays you just don't seem to get anymore.
Yes, Naked Video, Naked Radio, The Fast Show, Chewing the Fat, you know, all that stuff. Again, talented people. And I love
Two Doors Down as well, Scotty.
Two Doors Down, yes.
Yeah, and I just think we're losing that just now. But, you know, at the end of the day, comedy finds its way, it'll come back. And I think TikTok, there are some outstanding, you know, TikTokers that are really, really funny.
Yes.
You know, well done to them.
And that's right. And what I do, I mean, is it throws people a bit because I don't do the same thing, you know, twice over, really. There's always something different. And it's just purely observational. And we're just trying it out. And I don't mind if 50 people or 50,000 watch it. You know what I mean? It's just great fun.
Yeah. No, I think, Scotty, that's one thing I've always admired about you. And you've always got good ideas and you're always pushing it out there, you know, and trying different things and moving forward. I think there's too many people that just like will stay inside the box and will be fine with that. You've got to push yourself outside the box, look at different avenues. And I always think you do that, whether when you started with the radio, when you were back in Scott FM, and then your adventure up until just now. There's just so many different avenues that you've taken.
Well, I think just keep it going. Somebody once paid me, which I took to be a huge compliment, and that was, Scotty, even if one person popped up, you would still do your show. And I thought, yes, I would. Because there used to be a lovely story about the Edinburgh Fringe many years ago, and two ladies turned up to performance. And there were two guys doing a double-hander. And one stepped forward and he said, ladies, I notice there's only two of you, but my brother and I see ourselves as consummate professionals, and we will do the whole show for you. And one of the ladies said, well, could you hurry up, please, because we're wanting to get the place cleaned. Nice stuff. I like it. Kareem, lovely to hear you, and we will catch up and get more Chewing the Fat at some point, and all the best for things next week.
Thank you very much, Scotty. You have a great week ahead. Speak to you next week.
And you, sir, Dinky-Doo, Tirana. What a lovely guy. That's our Kareem, guys, and always an interesting thing to say. Now, what have we got? Everybody saying hi to Numpty. Neil O'Gormley is early tonight. Kareem, come on, wakey. You're okay, I'm tired, but carry on. Lisbon is not in Portugal. It's Lisbon, not in Portugal. No, this is Lisbon, John, in Northern Ireland. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
It's me, David. It was me who said wakey.
Wakey, Kareem. How are you getting on, David?
I'm fine, son. How are
David,
you, my friend?
I'm absolutely fine, my dear fellow. Give me 2 seconds. Guys, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, can you please ensure you subscribe? It's absolutely free, and get subscribing as soon as you can and share everything. There's 3,000 videos on there. I don't mean you to watch them all, but, you know, have a look, have a dip in, because there's some really high quality stuff going back 30 years of broadcasting. There we are. Sorry about that, Davey. I just had to tell them, you know.
Right. Right, you're playing the piano, you've got a cat, is that correct?
Yes, the cat, the wee cat was sitting up at the piano.
I love it.
And we thought the wee cat would be saying, ooh, Rachmaninoff, I think I need my glasses for this.
What's your wee cat's name?
The wee cat. Now, that one was, I could tell because it's a wee while, that one. That was Ted, no.
Oh,
I think that was Tom. I'll tell you what he used to do. He used to go up and put his paws through the banisters, and if you tapped the banisters, he tried to catch your hand, and you had to be quick.
They're brilliant. I've got a cat as well.
You had to be quick though, or he would have taken the hand off. You know, he thought it was a game.
Brilliant. I mean, they're so like spoiled. I've got a wee Lily cat. She's a wee girl, Lily cat.
Oh, lovely.
She's 8 years old. You know what I mean? Oh, many cats did you have then?
Oh well, it was friends of mine actually, and they had
What is that?
They had 8 at one point.
Oh wow, 8 cats.
8 cats.
I got my wee daughter cat. I had to get her, you know, and I didn't want to take babies. So what do you call that?
Oh, you had to get her. You had to get her spayed.
That's
the call. You had to get her spayed.
Then when she came out of the vet and was kind of babies, she didn't want to look at me. She was angry.
Oh, she'd be furious with you. Of course, I'd do the same. I was in the park one day. Will I tell this? I was in the park with the dog. And I think it was Lord Reith at the time. And he thought he'd just go and have a sniff to himself, right? So he's away on the park and the rest of it. And I said to his ladies, sorry, I've lost the dog. And then he came back and they said, oh, have you had him done? In other words, have you chopped off his bits and pieces? I says, certainly not. And she said, oh, I think that's a typical man response.
Yeah,
well, she'd be the same, you know, if you said, excuse me, have you had your tubes tied? You know? Oh, no. No.
I know what I mean. In a way, it's a bit cruel, right? We know it's cruel.
But,
like,
I know,
but my bit's chopped off. I wouldn't be happy with you.
Davey, these people, Spencer has just sent me 56 red roses. Beautiful people have been sending me red roses.
See, Scotty, right, TikTok, right? I don't know, right? I'm a bit slow. What does all that mean? I know it's like that's whatever. 56 roses. What would that
It's not slow at all. 56. I don't know. A few pennies, just a few pennies.
Right.
You know.
So how do you send gifts?
Well, I don't know. There must be. I think it's up the top. Somebody will tell us. Guys, how do you send gifts on TikTok? Tell us, please.
Because I find it really awkward.
Well, no, it shouldn't be. It'll be very, very easy. And you can send wee things, and it doesn't cost you very much. But if enough people send a wee thing, you've heard the Scottish saying, many a mickle makes a muckle.
I mean, I've got your AV secret thing, your wee on page. I've put into that before. That's my problem.
That's right. That's on the YouTube. You've got the buy me a pie. Oh, a lovely lady has bought me a pie from Dunfermline, said for a pie and a cup of tea. So if she's listening, thank you. I'll try and thank her online if I can find the right button.
Of course, my friend, you know. Scotty, I don't know how long I've got to speak to you, right? There's a big thing
the rest of our lives, right? The rest of our lives. You've got the rest of our lives to speak to me.
I know. Right, there's a thing that, no, I can't speak for long because I don't want to cheat other people.
No, you're right. You're very kind. Go on, Davey.
Right, there's an incident in Yorkshire. Heavy-handed police went to a scheme in Yorkshire, right?
Oh, I saw that. I'm not going to go into details, but
Thank you, right.
I saw that with the wee girl that was autistic.
Yeah, she's autistic, that's correct.
And the mother was saying she's autistic, and the police were saying, I couldn't care.
That's right. Right, Scotty, I know, right. Right, can you speak to me? You're the man. Come on now.
Yeah, come on. So I could tell you. So I thought that was pretty shocking, to be honest. And I think we need to watch. We're sending the wrong message to the police. At the moment, right, the police can't win.
Yes.
In fairness, the police can't win. Whatever they do, everybody's videoing them and baiting them and swearing at them and all that sort of stuff. Now, that wasn't really what was going on here, right? So it looks like to me, but then remember, we weren't there. We weren't under the pressure that both the girl and the mother and the police were. So I think a lot of the problems come from videoing, but I'm very glad somebody did video.
I do understand that. I would never do that.
You see, there are people, they call themselves auditors. They're nobodies, right? And they've got obviously nothing to do with their lives. And they go and see how much they can bait public servants by stretching the law. Now, these people, I would bring in a law and say, step one, if the police officer tells them to switch their phone off or takes their phone off them, no problem. All this, you can't touch me, that with a police officer is not an assault. If they're putting their hands, they're putting them behind their back, they're cuffing them, that's not an assault. All these things need to be made very, very clear. And because all this videoing is a new form, you know?
Yeah, as you know, I don't know if you were, she was kicked, they pulled her out of the house, she was hiding into the stairs.
That's it.
Then they said she was done for a public order offence. Now, it wasn't public order because she was in her own house with her parents.
Yes, and she'd said a word. We'll not go into all that, but she'd said something.
Yeah, I know,
and because of today's very strict new rules, you can't say these things. So what we need to do, what we need to do is say, look, you cannot give offence. You've got to take offence. Do you see what I mean?
Did he get us cutting herself?
Yes. So all that sort of thing. Anyway, what I think is there's a lot to be discussed there, Davey, and these sort of things should not happen. You know,
I'm glad you agree. You're right. You're a man. I can ask you anything. You know.
Of course you can, Davey. Absolutely. You and I, we are big brothers, and we can chat away. We can chat away. Davey, lovely to hear you, and we'll catch up soon again.
Yes, Scotty. I'm 82. You announced that.
No, I'm not.
Great.
I'm not actually 82, but if I tell people that, it gets them on side.
I love you.
DINKY-DOO. That's your Davey. What a guy. Fantastic. Now then, guys, what do we got? Kane's on from Bayern. So there we are. Numpty son, you are the man, says Davey. They're all talking to Numpty Heed there. Fantastic. I love that when Tom in Belfast was mentioning Lisbon, and they're going, Lisbon's no in Ireland. Dinky-Doo, guys, we need to go to the TikTok. Evening Scotty from Bunbank. Och, the new. Colin M. Dinky-Doo. Follow us, guys, so you can. Dinky-Doo Scotty from Portadown Parades. The police is bad. Apparently, it wasn't an orange walk. It was, is it the Black Parade? So there you are. Is that a form of orange? There we are. A rolling pie. You've got to love a Glasgow oysters, this CJ. I could do with a pie and a battered Mars bar. We're on the TikTok and the YouTube, guys. Everybody on the YouTube, please subscribe so that I know you're there. And tap the thumbs up, right? There's a wee thumbs up at the bottom left, is it, of the picture? So if you're watching me on YouTube, down to the bottom with your mouse, and there's a wee thumbs up. Thank you so much to everybody who's given me red roses. There's Rab. We've got 124 red roses out of 250. We're just about 50% to target. Isn't that lovely? There we are. Now, what have we got here on the wonderful TikTok? Get following, please. Good evening, Scotty boy. You're away now. You're sorted. CJ says to David, he was wondering how you give somebody a wee gift on the TikTok. You need to load it with cash from your bank account, or you can get wee freebies from boxes. So there you are, CJ. Is that not beautiful? I say to you. Right, who have we got here? You're watching. If you've just joined us, you think, oh, somebody sent me a hat and mustache. UNW is sending me a huge amount of red roses, and we are now 80% of target. Is that not beautiful? We've reached 201. Oh, out of 250. Now, what else have we got here? Thank you for all your lovely comments, guys. What's the issue? No one actually says it. Hello, don't breed, want a rebate. There we are. Cameron, thank you for your red roses. DINKY-DOO, Scotty. Very busy here, guys. Tell us where you're watching from. 50% of the goal. Well reached, way over it now. The walk-in bun bank tonight, Scotty. DINKY-DOO legend. Right now, I could eat a scabby horse. Have you ever been halfway through a scabby horse and then you think, I'm not actually as hungry as I thought I was? Aha! There we are. DINKY-DOO, I say to you. Now, can you tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10? Scottie McClue's live. Lola's watching from Hampshire. What are the origins of the clan McClue? I think they were originally detectives, and they looked for clues. So they called the best early detective Clue. And then McClue was the son of Clue. And then on it went from there. So it was a form of early detective, an early form of Sherlock Holmes. My cat scratched my nose through the banister. I've still got the scar. JD, I know. They're lethal. They win. It's a battle of wits with the cats, and they're brilliant. Hi from Northern Ireland, says Albert. Albert, which part of Northern Ireland are you watching from? Watching from Porthcawl in Wales. Yaki da and Nosda, I say to you. Ching Ching has come and joined us. Hello, Scotty, good friend. I'm back, says Ching Ching. What do we got here? Terrific response tonight, guys. This is beautiful. I'll just say good evening. Guys, if anybody's feeling flush and you're watching the YouTube, on the top right-hand corner, it says things like buy me a pie. Yes, or if you're feeling flush. There we are. DINKY-DOO. Hi from Craig Lang. Lovely to have you with us from Craig Lang. Yes, can you see the clansman for your house? Ta-ta for now, Mr. McClue. Graham, thanks for joining us. And DINKY-DOO, I say. Indeed. Loved you on the radio, says Donna. Donna, thank you very much. I loved doing the radio. Guys, can everybody on the TikTok take the phones and go tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, 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 tap. See if we can get a record number of likes. We're at 2,500 right now. Now, that's not bad, is it? I say to you. Jenny Thompson says, back to work Monday, Scotty. Are you? Oh, yes, absolutely, Jerry. No rest for the wicked, as they say. Wonderful stuff, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. And say hi to your good lady and to the family and to Coco. Oh, by the way, Jerry, a lovely, lovely postcard arrived for me from Bologna. So there we are. So ciao, baby, I say. Ciao. Fantastic. Loved it. And Anthony, yes, they should be called out and sacked. 7 officers in one house. You're live in Scottish Fun In. Who's that?
It's Ching Ching and all right, pal.
Ching Ching and all right, pal. How are you? Are you all right, pals?
I'm good, Scotty. How are you?
Well, how's the show looking tonight? Apparently everything's working for a change.
Oh, definitely. Have you checked the Scotland score, Scotty?
No. What's happening? Are they playing just now?
Yeah, they're playing France. It's 27-15 to France now, but after last week, we've already got one up on them.
Oh my goodness, we miss you. Excellent. And what stage are we at in the game, Ching Ching?
It's the 64th minute.
Right. So they've got themselves another 26 minutes.
Indeed, I think we can maybe get ourselves a try or two in that time. We seem to be gaining momentum in the game.
If I was on there as tight head prop, I would be over that line, right in the middle of the line. Boom! Touchdown! Yeah!
Go, Scotty, watch out for your dinner.
Everybody shouting, go, Scotty, go, boy! The commentator's going, there he goes, Scottie McClue, very, very fast. He carries a bit of weight, but my goodness, he carries it well. They cannot catch up with him. They are nowhere near him. He's right round the goal, baiting them as always, and sitting it down in the middle. Yes, Scottie McClue there. A try for Scotland.
Entertaining as always, Scotty.
All that stuff, yes, great imagination. Tonight was 2 Aberdeen Angus burgers and 2 fried eggs. So,
that's lovely.
Oh my goodness, I can taste it yet.
You can have that as soon as you score your next try again.
Oh, absolutely. Off for an early bath. Little bit of argy-bargy with the referee there. He's not happy. Looks like McClue's having an early bath today, first in the showers, before they get too muddy.
Oh, dear.
All that stuff, absolutely.
Oh,
yes.
Greeting, you've got me greetings.
There's one of a McClue there getting into half an orange. Wonderful stuff. Wonderful bit of stuff. Listen, lovely to hear you guys. Are you okay?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Well, stick your tongues out and say ta-ta. You ready? After two, papa. Papa. Fantastic. There we are. That's our boys there. Tremendous. Guys, get sharing. Jerry Thompson, yeah, great, Scotty. Thank you. No, thank you, Jerry. I told you that when I was in Venice, it was a lady gondolier. And she said she promised she wouldn't touch me with a barge pole. You're making me hungry, Scotty. Oh, Jerry, I can recommend the Aberdeen Angus. Numpty phone in, son. Absolutely. Where's Numpty? Gosh, would you look at the time? I popped up for 2 minutes. Look at the time already. Do we want a tune on the squeeze box? Somebody said we hadn't had one for too long a time. So let me know if you want a wee tune on the squeeze box, and we'll attend that. And what time are you on to, Scotty? We'll just be on to, what time are we at now, Jerry? 21:39. So we've got another 21 minutes. We'll have to finish at 10 o'clock because the TikTok just lets you get an hour if you're downloading. So there we go. Thank you very much, the Duke of McClue. We love it. Busy, busy. Hi, Phil, London. Chrissy is in London. Blindwood Carver says it's raining buckets on this Ballycastle boy here in Ontario in Canada. So he's gone out to Ontario in Canada. I'd always like to broadcast in Ontario. And he's out there, and he's a Ballycastle boy. And I actually got the ferry from Ballycastle to Campbelltown. It was so strange because, I mean, I've been in Campbelltown a good few times in my life. Love it. Love Campbelltown. Love it. And we got the ferry over. It's just like going from, well, it's not like going from Gurrock to Dunoon. It's a bit further. But the customs were checking me in Campbelltown. Hello, Dinky-Doo. You're live on Scottie McClue.
That's quickly, yes, we want a wee tune at the end, a wee squeeze box.
Oh, a wee squeeze box at the end, Davey. No bother, son.
Yeah, right, son.
Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta, ta-ta. That's Davey. He's great. We'll get a wee tune to the squeeze box. There was a footballer, he was giving the ref cheek and get sent off. Anthony, I'll not tell the whole story, but it is very funny. So there we go. Yes, give us a tune, Sir David. Right, we'll get a wee tune. Have I said good evening to everybody on the YouTube channel? Guys, get subscribing. Have we all done a thumbs up? No, not all of us. I need everybody down with a thumbs up at the bottom left-hand corner of my picture. Right? If you can see me down there and you'll see a little thumbs up sign, just click it to say that you're there. So there we are. Absolutely, Donna. Yes, indeed. All possible. DINKY-DOO, says the wonderful Tom in Belfast. Go for it, Scotty. We're all waiting in anticipation for a wee tune. Don the squeeze box. Jerry's waving. Cool. Absolutely. We're also expecting Numpty to phone in at some point. Right. Tune in the squeeze box, everybody. Here we go. Oh, there's the squeeze box, because some people think, is he actually playing that? Yes, of course. What would you like? We'll see. There you are, guys. Anybody know the name of the tune? Name the tune and get a shout out. Have to dash, Scotty. See you later. Take care. See you later, Jerry. Take great care of you and love to all of you. So there we have it. Chrissy's down in London there. Scotty, how can I phone in? Andrew 01416289795. Please follow on the TikTok. Can you see that on the TikTok? Guys, can you see that on the YouTube? Is it the right way around? I don't know if that's the right way around or not. But if everybody can get following on the old TikTok, can everybody also get tap, tap, tappity, tap? Oh, here, look at this. You'll never... Can you... I don't know if you're all able to understand that, guys. That's a biggie. That's a lot of information. Can everybody see that? There are quite a lot of info there. I have to say, I have got to be 100% up front with that. I've got to front up. There's a lovely picture that's just fallen out. Everybody know where that is? Yeah, everybody know where that is. So we want to know where that is. We want to know the tune that I've just played on the squeeze box. We want to know if you've followed. Wait a minute. How about this? Is that any help? Take that down. Now, it might be the wrong way around. Is it the right way around on YouTube? There we are. Thank you, S. That is fantastic. And DINKY-DOO, I say to you. There we are. Yes, that's the right way. It's the right way on the YouTube. That's fantastic, guys. So that should let you know. And once we get back on the radio, we'll get the banners back up and let you know. Fantastic. Now, Anthony, congrats. So there we are. Dinky-Doo. Wonderful stuff. Bonnie Aberdeen, says Chris. Fit like Chris in Aberdeen. Who's your doos? Are you chaffing awa? So there we go. Now, what else have we got? Oh, see you, Jerry Law. Fantastic stuff. And Dinky-Doo, I say to you. What have we got here? Hi, how are you? Says the wonderful I am Crash 80. I'm from Scotland. So there you are. Now, what have we got? Gonna do that. There's something that says no Huns at Hampden. Well, yes, Hampden's in Scotland. So where did you think it was? I could tell you. There we have it. I absolutely Dinky-Doo. Guys, I need everybody to start tapping their phones 1,000 times. Telephone. Hello, you're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Well, is that you, Scotty?
I'm Numpty. Where have you been?
I've been watching you.
I hope you have. You were nearly going to say something else. Have you been watching the rugby?
No.
Ah, Numpty, you can level up with us on here. You know that. Oh, you had to think. Maybe it was private. Don't let me pry. As a friend of mine, Edinburgh, always says, didn't he pry, Scotty? Didn't he pry?
Right then, I'm going to nip your head.
You're always nipping my head, whether you come on or no. Do you know that most of the world has been shouting for Numpty Head tonight, and you just let them suffer? And then you've deigned to come on. Now then, right.
You got to settle an argument, Scotty.
Oh, no bother. We can settle a few, caused a few as well.
Well, hopefully you can settle this one. I've got the good guy on one shooter, and I've got the bad guy on the other.
Oh, yes. Get thee behind me, Satan.
One of them saying, stay in and listen to McClue. And the other one saying, go to the shops and get in the sauce. You settle that argument.
Oh, yes, I can settle the argument. What time does the sauce shop shut?
10 o'clock.
Guys, can we excuse Numpty Head to go and get himself a treat? Or should he stay in and watch McClue? Okay, well, I'm putting it out to the whole world, right? Can we have an answer, please, guys? Because it is now, wait till I see. Oh, my goodness, you've only got 12 minutes.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
And have you got no sauce at all? So if you listen to me till 10 o'clock, is that you sauce-free?
I'll miss it in the sauce.
Susan says, go for a treat.
Susan just wants me off the phone.
So she can get on.
Right. So anyway, while the nation is debating that, I need to ask you a question.
Right, go on, Sal.
Do you know what the difference is between old and new?
Of course.
Well, what is it then?
Well, old is old and new is now. So you could have...
No, I'm talking about old, like old stuff, and new as in new stuff.
Oh, I thought you meant like Mary King's clothes, you could still got there the new.
No, I'm talking about old and new.
Old and new. Like a jacket or something.
Well, do you care what the difference is between an old and a new item?
Well, the old has got a wee bit of history.
Right.
Although if you go to a nice second-hand shop and they've got a tweed jacket, there might be very little wear in that, and it looks as good as new. Are you with me?
Right. Now, if I was to say to you, Scotty, I've gone and found an old radiogram, brand new in its box.
I know exactly what you mean.
What would it be? Would it be old or new?
It would be good as new, in new condition. So it is actually old, but it's in new condition. It's like a 50-year-old car with 10 miles on it, all beautifully kept and properly stored. Or someone says, that must be 50-year-old, and you say, yeah, but it's as good as new. It's only got 10 miles on the clock.
Well, It's still in its box. It's not been opened.
That's right. If it's not been opened, I think you might have a wee treasure there, Numpty. I think that should go. Either you keep that and enjoy it, or if you're going to sell it, you sell it to the highest bidder.
Scotty, I've just made it up as a scenario.
Oh, there's no actually a radiogram then.
No,
because I was going to phone you after the show and say, I'll take that off you.
Listen, I was trying to get a definition of what's the difference between old and new, and I was using a radiogram.
Well, I think an old something has a history. A new thing is what we used to say out the paper. So, like a friend of mine who was from Edinburgh, he used to say to me, Jimmy's got a new car. And I said, what, brand new? Absolutely, just out the paper.
Now, about 20 minutes ago, Scotty, a typhoon flew over the house.
Oh, yes. Yes, absolutely. I think they're on to you.
The thing is, he was a wee bit too close to the house.
Aye, I think they're on to you. Did he buzz you?
No, but he got all the neighbours to the window.
Are you able to go on TikTok? Have you got the TikTok?
Well, aye, but it's carry on. I'm easier putting YouTube on.
I can. Everybody's easier putting YouTube on as well, but the TikTok's brilliant. And if you scroll down, you'll see a lovely, lovely picture. Now, you'll need to tell me if that's a typhoon. And it's me saying to the pilots, welcome home, boys. And it's very popular. So you'll see it. Now, tell me, it's all beautiful blue sky. I just put the camera up in time and caught it. And it's beautiful blue sky. And I think that's a typhoon. Am I right? It's a typhoon, the wee fighter.
Aye, the Eurofighter.
The Eurofighter. Well, you have a look and you tell me it's all blue skies. You just need to scroll down on Scottie McClue, at Scottie McClue on the TikTok.
Aye.
And you'll see it there. Wonderful.
If I find the time, Scotty, if I find the time.
I listen, it'll only take you a second or two. And even you can find a second or two. I know you're a busy man. And all that, you know, you're a busy man, but there's always time for you on here, and I know you've always got a minute or two for me.
Aye. Well, listen, I want to ask you a favour, but I'll prepare this for next week.
Oh, no, you can ask. You can ask now. Hello from Dunoon.
I want to interview you, ask you maybe 5 or 6 questions about your career in the radio industry.
Oh my goodness me, if I can remember.
Right, so but I'll have to prepare the questions, Scotty. I didn't just want to come on with a question.
No, you can ask. Your one thing leads to another, Numpty. I think you'd be outstanding.
So I'm going to prepare about 5 or 6 questions about the radio industry, your experiences and what have you.
Oh, Ken, right. Well, there's more experiences in the pipeline, I can tell you.
Next week, I'll take 5 minutes of your time, Scotty.
Right, would that be all right, folks, if Numpty Heat has 5 minutes to interview Scottie McClue? Good night, Scotty, says Susan. Susan's saying good night. She's away to her bobos.
Aye. That's why she wouldn't mind go for a treat, so she can switch off and no miss now.
She can't take more than 55 minutes of me. She can't go the hour.
Yeah. Right, so next week I'm coming on 9:20.
Right.
About them.
Right.
And I'm going to ask you about 5 or 6 questions about the radio industry and your experiences.
Right. If I can remember, I will endeavour to give you a straight answer.
Right, so tell Kareem to either phone him before 9:20 or after 9:20, but no at 9:20.
No, at 9:20.
He's going to try and get through.
Got you, Numpty Heat. Right, and I'm sorry that the shop shuts in about 6 minutes.
Oh, no, make it now, Scott. I tell you to be quick.
You'll make it, but you take care of yourself. Don't be running down the stairs here now, okay?
I'm going to just leave it the night, Scotty. I'll no bother because the chances are I'll get to the shop and the shutters will just get
they'll just be coming
and I'll find it's a wasted journey.
Well, we don't want that. Your time is too valuable. DINKY-DOO, lad.
Absolutely.
Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta.
Say bye-bye for a change.
Ta-ta. That's Numpty Heat. Great man. Great man. Guys, have we all given me the thumbs up? And has everybody subscribed to the YouTube channel? Has everybody followed Broxabear is very kind. He says, is there no end to Scottish talent? Oh, Broxabear, I'm sure there is. Hello from Dunoon, says Blobsky. Dinky-Doo. Blobsky in Dunoon, the home of Highland Mary. There we are, lump in the throat, Scotty. Colin M. What do you like? Now, a wee tune for the loons and quines. Have you got any decent DVDs for sale? Do you know, Tubby, I think the Scottie McClue DVDs are probably all sold out. Leonardo da Vinci is writing on TikTok. Wonderful. What a guy. Is some man, I can tell you. Mind you, I've seen the Mona Lisa, and she's no oil painting. I'll tell you that. Greetings, sir, from Sydney in Australia. How are you? Up the mighty Matildas in the World Cup. Is that not beautiful, guys? Right, what else have we got? Is that you, Scotty Law? It is me watching the Rangers. The nutty professor. You're live at Scottish phone in. Who's that?
Now, that was clever, talking about the old radiograms. Numpty, that was a very clever call.
It was winding me up. There wasn't any radiogram at all. I was getting quite excited.
My mum had 5 of them back in the day. They were amazing.
Oh, they were fantastic. And they sounded beautiful. And the lids used to go down themselves. They had a wee hydraulic thing and they sank down.
Yeah, and next week he's going to interview you back on your life. Woo!
Oh, this is your life. I've been caught.
I didn't get caught. And he missed his shop. Oh, the previous.
I know that wee so he's not getting a refreshment tonight.
The sharks come down.
The sharks come down. Have you ever been in the supermarket and you get about 22? They say, any customer hoping to purchase alcohol, please make their way to the checkout now. So that stuff, and I think, well, I'm only up for a light bulb, so I don't bother.
I mean, sometimes I just sit on the road before the shutters come in. I'm like, let me in.
And people are saying to me, Scotty, why are you going for a light bulb at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night? I say, well, because the light bulb's popped in the house and I can't see. You can't put on the big light, as they say. Somebody put the big light on.
It's funny, see my living light. My living light is actually a disco light. Seriously.
We love it. I once went to a broadcaster's house, and outside the lavvy, he had a red light that said Studio Live.
It's all right, Studio Right, the old days like radio and all that.
So he had it outside his lavvy in the house. Somebody was in, the red light went on.
As I see, I don't use big bulbs. I've got disco lights up in the sky.
Oh, fun. Listen, you are the Northern Lights. You're a light, Davy. I'm going to have to dash. I love you, TikTokers. You're beautiful. Bye. Dinky-Doo, beautiful TikTokers. We love you. Thank you. Oh, my goodness me. And what can I say to the lovely YouTubers? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Just absolutely outstanding. It really has been wonderful. A lovely, lovely show. Good night, Scotty. Good night to Tom in Belfast. Good night to every single one of you. Guys, do me a favor, subscribe to the YouTube and share everything you can get your hands on and let people know, because Scottie McClue is about to go massive again. All right, the radio is coming up and it is just big, big stuff, I tell you. So there we go. So that's what's happening there. Good night, everyone. Susan. Susan, we thought you were away to your bobos. We were talking about you thinking you'd gone, and you were there. You had a wee earwig. Nothing wrong with that. To remember the earwigs. You don't see them so often in Scotland. Sweet dreams all. Absolutely, Neil O'Gormley. Good night. God bless. Dinky-Doo and Tara-las. Stick out your tongues and say ta-ta. Are you ready? After two. Bye-bye. And again. Here we go. That was a rehearsal. Bye-bye.